You've done everything right. You've healed. You've grown. You set boundaries. And yet, somehow, you end up in the same place, different man, same story. And at some point, you start asking the question nobody wants to ask out loud. Is it me? Here's the truth most people won't tell you. It's not bad luck. It's not a coincidence. And it's not because you're broken, it's because of a pattern. And patterns can be understood. And what can be understood can be changed. Let's start with what's actually happening. Your nervous system has a template built in childhood, reinforced over years. It's a blueprint of what love is supposed to feel like, what safety looks like, what attention means, how relationships work. And here's the problem. If that blueprint was built in an environment that was inconsistent, emotionally unavailable, or unpredictable, then that is what your nervous system recognizes as familiar. And familiar gets mistaken for right. This is why the emotionally unavailable man feels exciting. Not because you like being treated badly, but because the push and pull, the uncertainty, the almost but not quite, feels like home. It mirrors something old, something you learned to navigate as a child, and your nervous system says, I know this, I can handle this. This must be love. There's a second pattern most women don't see. It's called the fixer dynamic. You meet someone with obvious potential, someone who just needs a little support, a little patience, a little love, and you give it genuinely, wholeheartedly. But what's really happening underneath is this. You've learned that love is something you earn, something you work for. So you find people who require work because that's the only kind of love that feels real to you. The man who shows up consistently, who communicates clearly, who doesn't need fixing, he feels boring, flat, like something is missing. That feeling isn't intuition, it's your pattern talking. So, what do you actually do with this? Step one, recognize the feeling. The next time you meet someone and feel that instant, intense pull, that magnetic, almost overwhelming attraction, pause. Not because it's definitely wrong, but because that level of intensity early on is worth examining. Ask yourself, does this feel exciting or does it feel familiar? Step two, look at your history honestly, not to blame yourself, but to find the thread. What did the men who hurt you have in common? Not physically, emotionally. Were they unavailable, hot and cold, charming but inconsistent? The pattern is the data, and data removes the mystery. Step three, expand what feels safe. This is the hardest part because you have to learn to sit with a new kind of feeling. The man who is consistent might feel boring at first. The relationship that has no drama might feel empty. That discomfort is not a sign something is wrong. It's a sign you're in unfamiliar territory. And unfamiliar is exactly where your growth is. You are not cursed. You are not broken. You are someone who learned to love in a specific way, and that way no longer serves you. The pattern brought you here, but awareness is where it finally ends. And I want you to remember something. I'm not here to just give you information and send you on your way. I'm here because I actually care about where you end up, the patterns you break, the love you choose, the woman you become. This is a journey, and you don't have to walk it alone. So come back. Every week, we go deeper. Every week, something new clicks. Subscribe and also like this video, not for the algorithm, but for yourself. because you deserve to understand yourself fully, and that's exactly what we're going to do together. I'll see you next time. And I'm glad you're here.